Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 5 of F1 Manager 24 here as Mercedes heading to the Chinese Grand Prix. Welcome return here and making its debut in the F1 Manager series. We had new regulation votes that was at the very end of the last episode, and voted for cooling base changes for next season. We have a new front wing being designed tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get this manufactured. Can we even get enough of those in time? I don't know. Grand Prix in 4 days. That should help the cornering. It's not going to really improve us weight or ranking wise, but should help in low speed corners, which are important in China, but not terribly important at least. We'll just kind of do this at a normal rate. Going to need a decent amount of those. Manufacture 6 in total. So those are currently in the works. Front wing design complete. I don't think we have any more ATR hours. I just want to verify. Yeah, that's true. Next period is going to be in 20 days. That's okay. Probably going to go for one massive upgrade there. What was the side pods? I think we got extra influence the previous time out. So that might be what we go for. Just one massive side pod and just dump it all into cornering and see if we could move up the grid that way. But do have some more scouting we can do right now. So what we're going to do. Already scouted for some staff. Let's look for some more drivers. Interested in seeing who else we could possibly pull over. Leclerc. I highly doubt his contract's up, but there's been weirder stuff, I guess. Perez, no. Bottas, no. Too old. Yeah, we're kind of just looking for a stopgap driver. I know I've been reading a lot of your guys' suggestions. Antonelli's probably going to be the main guy we want. Frederick Vesti. I don't know if he's going to be the guy for next season to replace Lewis, but he'll be on our radar. Sonoda could be interesting. Probably not. But Magazine, probably too old. Cho Guan Yu, no. Lawson, it's an affiliate. Scouted Pato. What's the young that we can look at? Ayumu Iwasa, who's been getting some free practice one exposure in the RB. Got Vesti, Schumacher, Schwartzman. Don't know if we can pull him over. Zane Maloney, who's racing for Road and Motorsports in F2. Jurgovic. Like, could we pull him over? I don't know. Bierman. Enzo. We'll take a look. Onwards. Suspension simulator, that is complete. Have 15 million in the bank. Design center caught on fire. Oh yay! Design center shut down and projects are paused. That's okay. Wait. So we don't have enough front wings on the car? Ooh. Ooh. We got all our side pods on the car. Actually, I think it's only for the design center, isn't it? Yeah, design research. Okay, we're fine. Let's see. Still need to work on some of these. The boardroom, still upgrading that. Anything else there? Team hub. Do we want to upgrade that? It's 3.5 million. Why not? Chassis has low stock. Should probably make 2 more of those. That'll work. That's 1.1 mil. Trying not to be terribly fast with designing those. Underfloor, got enough of those now. That's cool. Research period's going to be open. As James Allison improves to 89 overall. Very nice. Enzo Fittipaldi. Not great. Just kind of keep on a short list for now. So we do probably need to get some more affiliates soon. Sonoda has 8 months left on his contract. Charles has, I figured, 33 months left. Research period open for next season. Take a look at that, but we do want to focus on the car for this year. Cooling focus changes are going to be the norm for next season. Okay. Worry about that later. Probably do some more scouting once we're done here. Anyways, getting ready to go for China. Expecting the 2-stopper. Gonna be cold, so you're gonna have to keep the tire temps up. And we got a sprint race this weekend. Okay. Okay. Design center is back up. Let's see. Jesse can still work on those. Front wing. Throw those on. Side pods got those. Underfloor got those. Suspension got those. Anything else we really need to manufacture? Two of those. 600,000. Anyways, really quick car analysis here. I don't think it's really improved us. Are we faster than the Astons at least? Yes, we are. That's cool. McLaren faster than us in the cornering. Red Bull killing us in the cornering. Ferrari kind of on pace with McLaren there. Oh well, race targets. Aim for 8th with George. 8th for Lewis. And off we go to the Chinese Grand Prix. Well, practice wasn't terrible for us. We were P5 with Lewis, P8 with George. A lot of people putting their reserves or their affiliates in. Isaac Hadjar in for Red Bull. Had an award in for McLaren. Also had, who else was in there? Franco Colapinto for Williams. I probably did not say that right. Jack Crawford for Aston Martin. List goes on and on. We're on pace with the McLarens. I don't think they'll stay this way. But because format's a bit different here, they do have sprint qualifying 1, 2, 3 here on Friday. Probably just show you the results of sprint qualifying, show you the sprint itself, and then it goes into actual qualifying for the feature or Sunday's race right after the sprint. So gonna sim right to, well, not sim, gonna do it, but I'll show you the end of it. Here's how it looked in sprint qualifying. No whammies. Here's hoping. Well, here's the end of sprint qualifying. Verstappen on pole for the sprint over Lando Norris, Carlos Sainz. Lewis P7, George P8. Yeah, spent some money on some emergency manufacturing because somebody spun it in the end of Q2. Not naming names, George. Yeah, so that threw some money towards the cost cap, towards getting these parts built for no reason. Gonna have to switch out to some new engine components for George, but off to the sprint. Top 8 scores points, so hopefully double points here. Strategy, well, you can go softs. Don't expect that to really work. Oh, what did I select? Yeah, I meant the mediums. Yeah, just going to go with the mediums here for both drivers. Again, Lewis starting P7, George P8. Let's just get some points, please. Just keep it in one piece. Please, that's all I want. Just push a little bit there. Get those up to temp. Then we'll manage them through the whole race.
In Shanghai.
All right, Verstappen.
And it's lights out.
Flawless thus far this season.
We go.
See what he could do here. Pulling away, so should have him covered off. Everybody on the mediums as expected. Guess you could have went for the softs. I guess it probably wouldn't have worked out at the very end, so as engines are very hot, look out for those.
We still need to increase the level of lift and coast.
George down to P9, trying to fight with Stroll here. Hanging on to it so far. Joe has damage. Don't think he hit anything. That might just be the case on that Sauber. Whoa, someone's off. It's Perez. Give him the 3 points. Thank you.
Let's have a look at that.
Looks like he just went off on his own in turn 9.
Perez. Nothing wrong so far. And the car just locked.
Checo, gonna Checo. What can you do? So he is all the way to the back, and he's not gonna be catching up anytime soon. So out of range from the Ferraris up front. At least the McLarens are sticking with Verstappen for now. If we can get away from the Aston Martins, that'll be fantastic.
has been enabled.
Okay.
Currently P6.
2 DRS zones here on track.
Gap at 2.3 now. So George, car behind.
As long as they don't hit each other, I'm totally fine with letting these two race each other. Jumped ahead to the DRS zone there. George has it open. Has got to be mindful of the amount of tire heating going on. George making the move. So we're also out of DRS range from the Aston Martins. I'm okay hanging on P6, P7. Checo's caught up to Bottas, but it's going to have to weed his way through a lot of traffic back there.
So you can pick up the pace.
It looks like up front, Lando Norris taking the lead in the sprint. 2-car breakaway.
So
Got a VSC.
gap
Looks like Snowda had an issue. He is way off.
BSC.
What happened there? Well, it looks like he already had some sort of problem on his car. Loses it. Boink. Not been a very good swing through Asia for young Yuki Tsunoda. But VSC gonna back things down here.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that we don't fall off the cliff on that
Be
time.
plenty good here. Just gonna push on the temps for a little bit. As there we go.
DRS has been enabled.
So happy to drop lift and coast.
Alonso still ways off us, so 6th and 7th should be locked up pretty well. Wasted some time for Checo. He's not going to catch up anytime soon. Or at all. I don't think much is going to be changing here, so just kind of keeping the optimal range.
And we're
Be okay here.
up the management.
Oh, not much has changed overall. Max Verstappen just crossed the line. Stretched that lead back out by 4 seconds over the Ferraris, who've taken over 2 and 3. Verstappen lead by 4 seconds as Sainz has a mechanical issue. So Claire's taking a look on his teammate. Lando has the fastest lap. Got George in P6. Actually 2 seconds clear of Lewis here. These are 10 seconds clear of the Aston Martins. So we increased the pace over them, which is looking very good. I do think we closed the gap a little bit with new front wings to the top 3 teams.
And when you can, feedback on your tyres.
So I think that bodes well for here and for Miami. Sainz still currently holding on to P2 for now. Leclerc trying to track him down. Lando just behind. I don't think he's going to close. As I don't think Leclerc is within DRS range of his teammate. He's most definitely stretching the outs. George actually closed on Piastri. Be all that battery using, but Max Verstappen gonna cross the line here. Still perfect this season. Gonna win the sprint in China. Second place gonna be Carlos Sainz over Leclerc. Let's speed this up a little bit.
Max Verstappen.
George gonna
over
get
the
P6.
finish line to win the sprint.
Lewis will get P7. All right, Daniel Ricciardo had a wreck in practice. He's gonna have a grid penalty, probably because of an engine change, perhaps. For some reason, I don't think he hit another car. But point scores there: Verstappen, Sainz, Leclerc, Norris, Piastri, Russell, Hamilton, and Alonso. Sergio Perez climbed all the way back up to P13, but wasn't enough. So, regular qualifying up next. I'll show you the end of Q3, although you actually see the cars going around the track then. Well, it wasn't so much of an oopsie. It's just the pace wasn't there. Ricciardo bumped us last second, but Lewis eliminated in Q2, surprisingly. George just hung on P9. But, yeah, it wasn't a timing thing. Just the pace wasn't there. Uh-oh. All right, final flyer going to start here. Lando currently P10. I imagine he'll have a quick lap here, but George currently P8. He's ahead of Stroll. Not sure where Cash App RB found the speed this weekend, but Ricardo's got us by 3/10. And that pace was not there all week. So Rather interesting. Lando actually going purple all 3 sectors. 4/10 takes pole. Verstappen currently down P6, and I think he's held pole in each race so far this season. George currently in green sector 1. Stroll's green in both sectors so far. Alonso done. Stroll jumps up to P7. Speed this up a little bit. Piastri goes up to P2. I think a lot of people might be done here. Verstappen, there we go. Purple sector 2. And Sainz stays P4. George. P6. Hello. Not sure where that came from, but all right. I'll take that. 6/10 faster than the Astons. Verstappen on pole by 14 hundredths of a second over Lando Norris. Don't think Checo's got anything, so that should be your top 3 right there. All right, again, it's an expected 2-stopper in this one. Now, what tires we want to start on? Probably want to do the softs. It's not pushed like that. Guess we go the hards. Maybe mediums for last one. Yeah, softs might be best again for right there. Here we go. Let's go with that one for George. So soft, hard, soft. Maybe mess around with these for Lewis a little bit. Let's try the same thing. Probably best we're going to do here, I guess. But going to be a cloudy race. Again, you're going to have to focus on keeping the temp in the tires. As why did it reset to that for George? I have no idea. There we go. Both on the soft tire. Let's go racing in Shanghai. Ricardo had a grid penalty, so Lewis starting in P10 anyway. Cars up front on softs. I don't see anybody else on a different compound. Hello, camera. That was weird. All right, a couple cars on the hard compound, actually. Piastri, Sainz, and Gasly. Sarge on the mediums. As Lewis up to P6 already, up around Leclerc. Lewis trying to fight with Albon, gets back around for P10. Very good. Ricardo all the way dead last, P20. I want to be careful on how hot we get the temperature.
More lift and coast for these PU temps.
Sorry. And think about increasing the lift and coast just a little. Understood.
Okay, kind of hanging tight so far. And Lewis going to have to get around the Aston Martins, but they're also on the soft tire. Maybe be a bit careful about how much
We think
tread we use.
Yeah, I agree. Make sure to keep these tyres in good nick.
Yep.
Here we go. Lap 1 about to be in the books. Norris and Perez hanging with Max. Verstappen is going to lead the first lap here. Around the final hairpin there as Charles gets around George. Well, we're still right there, and he has 2.5 seconds over Alonso, so it's not all bad as Lewis gets up around Stroll. Now setting the sights on Alonso. Again, you got to watch those temps with George right now.
Tire calling as you can manage, please.
Lewis going to send it down the inside. Good pass up to P8. Still up 2 spots from the start already. George trying to hang with these guys still. They're still right in front. And it's all about keeping the tires up, though. It's sunny now, but it's going to change back to cloudy conditions and kind of maintain a partly cloudy, or it should be partly cloudy through the rest of the race. Verstappen already out over a second over Norris, so looking to go 5 for 5 to kickstart the season. Think we're going to be within DRS range still, so George going to stretch it out again. Lewis, let's see if we can get away from these Astons.
Lifting coast.
Understood.
Wing open for George. Yes, it is. Lewis, meanwhile, well, keeping the Astons at bay. Trying to, at least. Yellow flag. One must have ran wide. It was Sargent. Shocker. All right, let's use a little bit of battery, see if we get Lewis away from these two.
Overtake is available.
Yep.
Just about. Oh, it's closing back a little bit. Oh, Magnussen has an issue.
We have overtake available.
Coming.
All right, let's turn that back down for Lewis now.
Let's just not cook the tyres.
Second and a half ahead of the Astons is Lewis. George still just hanging out right here. In a pretty good spot. Lap 8, Lance Stroll has a mechanical fault. That should draw him away from Lewis. He's about 2 seconds behind him right now. Lewis 3.7 behind George, who's still hanging on line. He's managing the tire temps. Want to extend this stint on the soft tire. Maybe if we go to mediums. Don't have any fresh mediums available to us in the garage. So probably will still have to go to the hard tire. Or maybe just flip to the soft tire for the next stint. With Stroll's mechanical fault, also have the ability to, well, let's turn that up with George. Keep the tires in check with Lewis as well.
Okay.
Up front, Norris and Perez have been scrapping back and forth. 2.5 behind Verstappen, who also has the fastest lap. And Max just looking for perfection through 5 races so far this season. Here comes George. Oh, I thought he was gonna take a look.
I'm equally there. I cannot do anything.
Okay, he's gonna take a look there on signs. Good pass there. Signs on the hard tire.
Shall we roll?
This is good. Currently P6.
I push on the engine a little bit for Lewis.
We can drop the lifting coast for now. We'll wake it up later.
Should have Piastri be a sitting duck against Leclerc here, so we'll get against both of these guys. Taking a look already. Make it clean. Maybe you're making the move a little too early because you're going to get DRS back on you. Got to be mindful of the battery. Yeah. All right, looks like it's about that time to bring someone in. Lewis's tires are a bit more worn right now. George was scrapping with Piastri and Sainz. They've since pulled ahead. Probably the condition of their hard tires being a bit better. Can actually bring in Lewis first into the pits here. Let's stick with our original. Would I go to the mediums? Yeah, we might call an audible here. You know what? Let's keep Lewis out for a little bit. George only has one set of mediums left, so that's probably not going to work. So, just extend Lewis just a little bit. Maybe this strategy might work out a bit better. No one else really coming into the pits yet of the front runners. As lap 14. Verstappen, 3.2 seconds back to Norris, 3.3 back to Leclerc. Everyone pretty well spaced amongst the front runners, though Sainz and Piastri have caught up to Checo. George now 3 seconds behind him.
So happy to drop lift and coast.
Copy.
Let's burn that one extra lap right there for Lewis, and we'll bring him in at the end of this lap. George will still stay committed to the 2 soft, 1 hard strategy. Here comes Hulkenberg to the pits from the soft tire. See what they switch to. Medium tires. Okay. And they got a floating set left in the pits. Oh, they got 2 floating sets. Interesting. Anywho. Medium tire. Ready to go for Lewis. All right. Other front runner coming into the pits on lap 16 is Sergio Perez from the soft tire. Wonder if he's thinking the same thing. No, he's going to the hard tire. Down the way. Good stop for the Red Bulls. Here comes Lewis into the pits.
Do we need to keep the lift?
Mercedes in the Technicolor Dream Wheels.
Copy.
2.7. Decent stop for Lewis. Probably not going to be a top 10 stop there, but no mistakes.
Currently P10.
All right, so go a little aggressive there.
So it's now the
Push.
race car ahead.
Get the temps up. Albon right behind. Still on the old soft tires. He should be coming in momentarily.
0.5 behind.
George. It's going to be time to come for the hard tire here. All right, Verstappen now coming to the pits on the same lap. As Max is going to go to the medium tire. Down the way, I think that was a bit slower than Checo's stop. So Ferrari keeping their drivers out. McLaren keeping their drivers out. Alonso coming in as well. 2.6. Good stop there. Lewis now in the optimal tire range, so just going to go normal pace. See what Alonso does here. Also from the soft tire. Going the softs again. And trouble on the right rear. I'll keep him at bay. Norris and Leclerc in the pits. Norris outfitted new soft tires. Leclerc on the hards. An abundance of different strategies at play here in Shanghai. It's going to be rather interesting to see how this shakes out. Signs of Piastri still out there on the hard tire. Probably going to be a good while until they pit. Standard pace for George. Tires up to 10.
So
Lewis trying to save some tread.
Management.
Stroll in the pits.
Yeah.
He's going to the soft tires as well. And trouble on the left rear for the Aston Martin. Well, up there, Verstappen on the mediums. 4.5 good over Norris. Perez jumped to Leclerc. We got George hanging out 7.5 seconds behind Leclerc. Lap 21. Sainz finally the last of the front runners to pit. Piastri did come in, switch to the medium tire. Soft tire going on for Sainz, down the way.
Let's not burn these tyres up. Okay.
Only other car on the soft side now up there is Lando. Burned through his pretty decently. Piastri should get the undercut. He's got it for now.
George, we still need to increase the level of lift and coast.
Covering.
It's just back to maintain the tire temps. Jumped ahead. Second round pit stops coming up. Lando coming into the pits with 21 to go. Go the hard tires for the final stint there. Down the way from McLaren. Lewis should be in range now, so we're going to bring him in for a second set of mediums.
Box, box.
George still pressing on for now.
And we still need more lift and coast.
Covering.
George is going to run his stint on the hards a little bit long, so we get more tread at the end for the softs. Medium tires going on. 2.8, bit slower that time.
Should be all clear on exit.
Signs of Verstappen's tires about evened out, but Verstappen has about an 8-second lead over Carlos. Tsunoda jumps Lewis for a little bit. He'll be pitting from his worn set of mediums momentarily.
P9.
More cars starting to come in on lap 38. Charles Leclerc in. Perez just pitted. He's slapped on the mediums. Edge and Charles going to be back on the soft tire, perhaps? No, mediums. I can't tell what tire he was just on. Hit Frontier. Take a look at that. Still pressing on with George for now. Again, going to go past that little blue line there, just to prolong the soft tire for the very end. Nothing really changed up front. Sainz still about 8 seconds behind. Piastri 4.5 behind him. Carlos still has fastest lap. Next lap, Carlos actually jumps him into the pits. Verstappen still staying out. Yes, the soft tire is finally giving up the ghost for the lead Ferrari there. Notice says softs. Getting slapped right on. There he goes. Yeah, well, you know, it is a Red Bull. And your tires are worn. And Verstappen finally coming into the pits 1 lap later. Sainz went to the soft, so I imagine Verstappen's going to do the same. Yeah, it's going to be the case. There he goes. George going to keep on keeping on for now. Oh, we got VSC out, and that could be perfect for George. Don't think he was under any threat to be jumped by Lewis there. Who is it for? Kevin Magnussen, crash turn 7. What happened there? There's our answer. Off he goes. Boink. Well, good opportunity there.
VSC, VSC.
Back things down with our guys.
Keep Delta positive.
Great opportunity for George to pit. And George doing that 15 to go right here.
Got a car stopped on the track.
Is he okay?
Yeah, AFO. Dead brake.
And 3 seconds, even slower. So Crew's losing like stamina doing this, or losing pace and changing as the race goes on, which is a neat addition. If that's not just like confirmation bias of me seeing that.
P7. So Piastri next car.
There we go, Lewis or George out of the pits, well ahead.
Car behind is Lewis.
Just wait to go back green. As Norris only 2 seconds behind Verstappen. Can Max make those soft tires last? All right, going back green.
So
Push there.
Lewis, car behind.
Push there. There we go. Green flag.
Here's the ending.
1.7 seconds.
Alright,
Lando to Max.
DRS
31 seconds. George up to Piastri as Lewis is 8.5 or 8 behind George. 15 clear of Alonso. Strategy's been rather interesting. Yellow flag already. What happened? I saw you spin. Well,
We have another yellow flag.
what? Oh, this is so weird. Sargent went for a spin, not us. So confused. And just a brief update with 10 to go. Verstappen stretched out to 6 seconds over Norris. Sainz in P3. Everyone's tires about even up there. Lewis is the most worn on the medium tires right now, still just conserve and tread. It's 13 seconds clear of Alonso. As George, 27 seconds behind Perez. Not making that much progress on the soft tires, but turning in pretty good lap times at least. Well, mechanical
Here we
issues
are
already
then, reaching
affecting
turn
Lance Stroll
13.
here. Going to the hairpin though.
Well, you can see the lockup.
Bit of a
They
lockup.
were just unable to do
So
much
it's going to
about
further
it.
wear those tires right there. With his issue, already fell way down the order out of the points. So, Yuki Tsunoda, Eastern recovery for the weekend. Might get some points here, or 8 point. 1 to go for Verstappen here in Shanghai. Norris not able to close it all. 8.2 seconds behind him. Sainz a further 6.5 behind him. So Max able to make the soft tires work. George still not starting the final lap yet, but way back there in P7.
Push and hold, overtake.
Got Lewis in P8.
Yeah, agree.
Comfortably ahead of Fernando,
Will be
though.
available.
9 seconds ahead.
Yep.
Jumping ahead a little. Max officially wins.
Max Verstappen.
He doesn't get the fastest lap,
line,
interestingly
and
enough.
Today's winner.
Norris takes P2. Carlos Sainz across the line P3. And we're out of the battery, but that is fine.
Come in.
Fast lap, I think, went to Piastri. We'll double check that in a second.
We are happy with these tyres.
I sure hope you are.
So we are low on battery at the moment.
Here comes George, P7. Still trying to get better than that. Lewis
That's checkered flag. That was P7.
coming around.
Good race.
Yeah, well done.
Yay.
Let's keep going.
All right, so your point scorers here. Verstappen over Norris, Sainz, Leclerc, Piastri did indeed get fastest lap. Then you had Checo, George, Lewis rounding out the top 10. You had Alonso, then Tsunoda, who jumped up 10 spots. Rest of the field, Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, Albon, Stroll, Ocon, Bottas, Gasly, Zhou Guanyu, Logan Sargent, and the only retiree from the race, Kev Magnussen. Driver standings, Carlos Sainz jumps up 3 spots to third, tied with Leclerc, his teammate. Lewis staying P7, George staying P8, as Verstappen now leading by 54 points. Constructors, nobody moving around. Red Bull now enjoying a 55-point lead. As hey, RB gets their first point. Surprise nobody. McLaren's still fastest. 1-2 quickest pit stops of the race. They are just running away with DHL fastest pit stop competition. And both the guys made the race target. Hooray. Stay happy. Okay, Miami in 11 days. Just manufacturing more stuff here, and they got new suspension design completed. ATR period will be open before then. So, gotta start thinking towards next season, but we do need to improve the pace of this season's car. But more on that soon in the next episode. Actually, let's throw on some new components here. Rear wing. Get you on. Underfloor is going to be going bad soon. Let's see. Anything else to really look at here? April staff survey. Lewis is unhappy now. Or is he? Who knows? He's unhappy, but the biggest issue is nothing. Frontier, please explain. Anyways, it's going to do it for episode 5 here. If you're brand new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when the next episode comes out. And to everybody, thank you for watching.